Gentle people, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Wagwande people, wagwande. Big up all of my constant supporter them in a place where, you know what I mean? When I do the right thing and when I watch the video them and share the video them and you understand? So big up all of my real supporters them out there. Bolo VNR clips, Bolo VNR 2.0, live on both platforms this morning. Now the main part of this live is about Angela Brown Burke, you know. But there's some more things that we have to touch on because there's a lot going on in this space. Some more to follow me, ladies and gentlemen, alright? I want you guys to follow me. And please remember to share the live. Yes? Please remember to share the live. But something was something here is so funny.
When I pray to God.
No, me have to play this back again. To all this make me laugh, me have to share it with the people. You never hear Andrew when it's a ball out. In our conference Sunday. You never hear Andrew a ball out. This was a ball out moment, you know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to feel like a joke thing, you know. This was a ball out moment. I don't know if anybody else put it in that context, but this is what I'm seeing. You remember, say, Mark Stewart have a ball out session. And it's not a joke ball out, it's a serious thing, right? But we ball out to the Almighty God for help Jamaica. For free we from these tyrants that is in the government. Yes? So, but it's like to all things are reach Andrew Honest right now, to all he might feel the pressure. The man have a ball out moment, ladies and gentlemen. So listen to him argument. Listen to this. But give me a second there. Listen to the argument here. Because I have a Bluetooth right now, so you can hear and them can hear.
But you have to understand what we're dealing with. The PNP believes that they have a title for Jamaica. They believe they own Jamaica and all its institutions. They believe that they must be in control of all institutions of Jamaica. And they say, well, the GLP might be in government, but the PNP is always in power. That is what a PNP tell me. That gives you an insight into how they think and how far they will go to corrupt the institutions of government to maintain the power that they believe they have over this country. I know what I am saying is irking some of them. They are screaming in their seat right now, but I will talk the truth to the Jamaican people as I have always done. And what I am saying is not a lie. It is not of my own making. This is substantiated by fact. For those who are quick to criticize, just go and read your history and look up something called the Pickersgill Committee and why that was set up. I see some people asking, what is that? It's a simple thing. Go on Google, better yet, just type that into ChatGPT. Yes, man, it's the information age. Don't take what I said. Yeah, man, go and study it. Get the knowledge, man. That is how they think. That is their philosophy. I share the part briefly. A man come to me one time with a book. He wrote a book, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but in the book, I was then leader of the opposition. And in the book, he was trying to put forward this view that, you know, Bustamante should never have led Jamaica as Prime Minister. That it was the PNP that was established to be the state authority. And because Buster decided that he would form his own political party, he was of the view that Buster betrayed some kind of understanding. That's how they think. And so it's not a surprise to me, because it is their DNA that they will go to any lengths to destroy people who they believe that they have no control over the institutions that they are appointed to run. Any lengths, including to try to bully the government, to break the rules of appointment to suit them. Processes that are well established, that are not in any way questioned, but they come to give the government an ultimatum, to bully the government into their action. How hypocritical, how rich. Well, I pray to God to continue to keep me and the Jamaica Labour Party firm and strong. I pray to God to give me the energy we need to keep Jamaica and our people firm and strong.
That is fun.
Hey, what's going on, man? I had to play that first, man. How y'all doing? So, on the cast, say, I'm just stressed, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, we have to try to use Jesus as an example. And we have to pray for the wicked and pray for the enemy, for they know not what they do. Alright? It's quite obvious that he is under immense pressure, and I feel like he needs to get a mental evaluation. To be honest with you, I've been very, 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 very honest with you this morning. I've said this several times. I think the man has lost his mind. I think he might have dementia, Alzheimer's or something. Some of the things that when I utter me, I wonder what going on with him, you know. But anyway, we are the concentration of this video is about Miss Angela Brown Burke for the most part. Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share something with you in this moment right here. I have some clippings that I've arranged. Yes. And so we're gonna go right into Miss Angela Brown Burke and some of the things that she was saying, right? So, and some of the evidence and the receipts that she brought. But first, let us start here. Listen to this.
The following is a release from the PNP Media Unit.
The People's National Party has submitted a formal complaint to the Political Ombudsman, citing 6 breaches of the Political Code of Conduct by Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The complaint follows statements made by the Prime Minister during the JLP's West Central St. James Conference on Sunday, June 1st. In response to the PNP's planned and police-approved peaceful protest, Mr. Holness encouraged Labourites to protest in your workplace, to protest in the market, to protest wherever you are. This call, made on a political platform, constitutes a deliberate attempt to mobilize confrontational action in public spaces. The PNP considers the Prime Minister's remarks not only reckless, but dangerous. In a society with a history of politically driven violence, such statements pose a serious risk to public safety and directly undermine the spirit and letter of the political code of conduct, which was signed by both major political parties. The complaint references 6 specific violations under the code in Appendix 1, namely Clause 1, A, C, and E, Clause 3, A and B, and Clause 4A. Following the Prime Minister's statements, as reported by one media house, a counter-protest was subsequently held near the site of the PNP's demonstration, placing citizens at risk and further validating concerns about political provocation and public disorder. The PNP has asked the political ombudsman to intervene urgently and uphold the principles of the code. Provocation and intimidation must have no place in Jamaica's political process. We affirm and reaffirm our commitment to peaceful protest, responsible leadership, and the protection of democratic freedoms.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP.
Gentlemen, Miss Dr. Angela Brown Burke was very cogent in her message. And for me, I've said it before, the Prime Minister should be charged. He should be charged for endangering the citizens of Jamaica that was having a peaceful protest. He should be charged for inciting violence among citizens. If there's nothing in our legislation, this is damn near treason. Trying to put one set of the political aisle against the other set is treason. And we know why the political ombudsman was, the institution of the political ombudsman was destabilized by this government. It is quite clear, because they can get away with these types of things when the political ombudsman is not independent. We have an invisible political ombudsman, ladies and gentlemen. What can go so?
What can go so?
Make it make sense. But anyway, moving right along. That is just the starting and the tip of the iceberg, right? Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, remember this evening at 6:30 p.m. Yes, Town Hall People's Forum Series 2025. I will be there. I will be streaming it. I won't be there. We have Wave Hines, Mark Golding, and Senator Janice Allen, and Senator Bunting, and of course moderator, the beautiful Queen of the South, the strong, intelligent Queen of the South, Nikisha Burchell. Yes. Alright, so moving right along. Let's go to Parliament now, ladies and gentlemen. And before I go into this audio, Juliet Holness, I'm not gonna spend too much time on you, but it is mighty interesting that one of your subordinates, associates, Bolo, one of your frefre, as Andrew Holness would have said, member of the Jamaica Labour Party, cursed a bad word in Parliament, allegedly. But for some strange reason, you didn't hear it. Well, you hear everything. If a pin drop in the Parliament, you hear it. You guys are just exposing yourselves more and more. The bias, the conflict of interest of you being the Speaker of the House. That's all. So continue on your trajectory, ma'am. Because for all well-thinking Jamaicans, you see, it's not every day that the bucket go when the bottom drop out, So, you guys are gonna continue to do little more things here and there, that is going to open up the minds of the people of Jamaica to your skullduggery and your dictatorship type governance, all right, and your bullyism and your badmindism, everything that you try to throw on the PMP. That is what you guys are, right? Yes, we say her face too tight, she can't hear nothing. No, sir. Listen to me. I am telling you, Black Barbie. I believe, this is my opinion, that she's lying, that she did not hear. And you notice how she never addressed it? Yes? So, you need to come down. And if anybody has a timestamp for that, please send it to me on my WhatsApp here. If you have the timestamp for when the girl cursed the bad word, send it to me.
I stand here today, proud. I stand here today, proud. You know what I'm saying? Proud of the outstanding leadership of the People's National Party governments throughout the years on matters of regional and global issues, impacting the lives and destinies of millions of Jamaicans and people.
Matter of fact, don't move that hand no more. Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch? Trying to, because I seen him before. Diddy, get the hell out of the studio.
I stand here today, proud. You know what I'm saying? Proud of the outstanding leadership of the People's National Party governments throughout the years on matters of regional and global issues, impacting the lives and destinies of millions of Jamaicans and people across the globe. Madam Speaker, even before matters of international relations were formally within the scope of Jamaica's decision-making powers, the pre-independence government of our national hero and former Premier, the Right Excellent Norman Washington Manley, intervened on behalf of Jamaica in opposition to the systemic racism and brutality being experienced by the people of South Africa during the apartheid regime. And he officially banned trade and travel with South Africa, even as Jamaica was in its colonial era. Yes, in 1956.
Hey, big shout out to Norman Manley. Big shout out to Norman Manley. I never knew that. Guys, this is a teachable moment. I told you she brought the receipts. Listen to this, man.
Apartheid regime. And he officially banned trade and travel with South Africa, even as Jamaica was in its colonial era. Yes, in 1956. Our presence on the international stage and in the annals of history is unquestionable. From the active struggles of the Most Honorable Michael Manley to shape a foreign policy to improve conditions for the people of Jamaica, while being concerned and actively involved in the African liberation struggles and for the wider struggle for improved conditions for the poor across the world. Now we have the integral role of the Most Honorable Portia Simpson Miller in her various contributions, whether it's the treaty-based, charter-based mechanisms of the United Nations on the rights of the women and girls and the most vulnerable, while also seeing the creation of the UN's first permanent memorial in memory of the horrific tragedies of the transatlantic trade in enslaved Africans, the racialized system of chattel slavery and colonialism. Then we also have the exhaustive list of firsts created by the Most Honorable P.J. Patterson a lead negotiator for the African, Caribbean, and Pacific Group during the Lomé Convention era, being in charge of external negotiations involving the World Trade Organization, the Free Trade Area of the Americas, and the Economic Partnership Agreement, and of course, his work on the diaspora becoming the 6th region of the African Union, accounting for his appointment as relevant statesman. Madam Speaker, our leaders in the PNP have not only served our nation home, but have also made significant contribution to the growth and development of our region and the world. This is the action-oriented leadership in regional and foreign affairs that we are accustomed to.
A couple of things that I did not know. I knew that that's why PJ Patterson has so much respect globally. You know, he has been very active in our pledge when he says, "I'm going to play my role to advance the welfare of the whole human race." Yes, that right there. Those types of actions. Now, I mean, Norman Manley, come on, man. We've had some stellar leadership from the People's National Party, if we're being honest. And I'm glad she brought the receipts. So let's hear what she has to say here on this one. And yo, slavery and how we stood up, you know, in terms of that conversation. I mean, can you imagine a country that is in post-colonial slavery times and is saying, listen, we're not going to trade with South Africa? That's some ballsy stuff. That is some Ibrahim Troy vibes right there. As a matter of fact, I heard, I don't know how true it is, somebody said that Trump requested a meeting with Ibrahim Traore and he refused. Is that true? Wow. Man, listen. Broski standing 10 toes down, baby. But let's continue.
We have witnessed a silence, a deterioration in the advocacy and action from our beloved island state, Jamaica, on critical matters facing the region and the most vulnerable. Jamaica, that voice in the region, has remained silent even on matters of customary international principles, such as the right to self-determination, which historically has been reflected in our support of the UN General Assembly Resolution 1514. Madam Speaker, it cannot be that the only time the entire nation gets a front row seat to international action is when our representatives are campaigning to lead international groupings, such as the ministerial committees or head the Commonwealth. Madam Speaker, in examining some of the main attitudes and actions which have characterized our Jamaican foreign policy in the last 9 years, and when we compare that to what we see coming from the People's National Party, people would say it is cheese to chalk. Absolutely. What is clear is that the practices that you have seen under the People's National Party are far superior to what we are getting. And it is clear that Jamaica deserves better.
Agree, ladies and gentlemen. Big up yourself in Miss ER.
In more recent times, Madam Speaker.
You understand? Hold on there. Big up yourself, Miss ER. Big up yourself, Black Barbie. Big up yourself, Rohan Perry. Big up. Who else me see in that building? Come live on the 2 channel, them, you know. Merle, how you doing, Merle? Blessings to you. Colin, I see you. Monica Jackson, big up. Yeah, man. The word is love. When you go and share up the light for me and tap up the like button, see? Yeah. I mean, when you really think about it, where's the lie? Where's the lie, ladies and gentlemen? Now let's read this. Decline in Jamaica's global voice. In recent times, we have witnessed silence, a deterioration in advocacy and action from Jamaica on critical matters facing the region. The most vulnerable in the world, Jamaica, that voice in the region has remained silent even on matters of customary international principles such as the right of self-determination historically reflected in our support of the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 1514. Oh, that's the quote. That's the quote from one of the things she just said a while ago. Alright. Let's go here. It says we stood united in a peaceful protest. Yes, this needs to be shown. Let's go. Let's go. This is context matters. Yes, we need.
Jamaicans who have come here to National Hero Circle this morning to join in this peaceful protest. We are meeting to defend a very critical principle. We are meeting to defend the governance of this country in a way that is consistent with our constitution and our democratic traditions.
It's been a long.
The FID staffing is only at 1/3 of the level that it should be.
He needs some milk. Today I'm proud of my Jamaican brothers and sisters who came out in their numbers to support this worthy cause, who came out in their numbers to say enough is enough.
The appointment of Dennis Chuck to the position of Chief Technical Director in the Financial Investigation Division cannot be allowed to stand.
Beyond the sky, it's been a long.
Now we are seeing where the very individual that said that nothing was wrong is being asked to lead the body that is tasked to investigate the Prime Minister. What can go so?
This is innocent signature for the world in Jamaica, and they have had enough.
Change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Oh, yes it will. Change gon' come.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's a snippet of what took place, and that is just, trust me, Dennis Chung stepped in to his role in the FID and just spit in the face of the people of Jamaica that what happened there? What's going on? What is that?
More than a
Yes, he just spat in the face of the Jamaican people and said, listen, I don't care what y'all talking about. Yeah, I'm on a mission and I'm here to do what I came to do. And we all know what he came there to do. Alright? So, yeah. This is high levels of corruption going on. And the people of Jamaica have to stand up. And let's listen some more from the Shadow Minister of Foreign and Regional Affairs, Dr. Angela Brown Burke, at the sectorial debate. It says here, revival of cultural confidence through language and identity.
tool of communication. It is a vessel. The truth is that language is more than a tool of communication. It is a vessel that transports our identity, our history, our culture, and worldview to one another as a people. In Jamaica, the coexistence of Jamaican Creole or Patois and English language reflects our rich heritage and diverse experiences. If you listen, you might learn. Icons like Miss Lou and Bob Marley exemplify profound connection between language and identity. Miss Lou's pioneering use of patois in poetry and performance validated language as a medium of artistic and cultural expression. At the same time, Bob Marley's music, infused with patois, conveyed messages of unity and resistance, resonating globally and showcasing the depth of Jamaican culture. Madam Speaker, you would also have heard the member from South St. Andrew indicate that as Prime Minister, he intends to make Jamaican patois an official language on par with English. As a Jamaican, born and bred, he recognizes that this is as much a part of the discussion around sovereignty and decolonization as any other aspect of our Jamaicanness. The last frontier.
Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to cut the audio. But isn't it ironic that the man that them say, oh, is a white man, understands the mission and is executing the mission, the cultural mission. The irony of that. Mr. Mark Golding understands the focus that really and truly we need to make our language an official language and be taught in schools. It is what draws people to Jamaica. Them love how we chat. Them love the accent. The ladies love it. You see what I say? No joke about it. It's something that we should be proud of. But we want to learn the Queen's English. And don't get me nothing wrong with English. But nothing wrong with pattern either. You understand what I say? So we should. I love that. I love that. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Let's continue.
Madam Speaker, it is about national identity, the concept of class. It is about the legacies of slavery. And I am incredibly proud. No, not at all. I am incredibly proud, Madam Speaker, to have a leader like Mark Golding who recognizes that teaching valuable concepts in early childhood education, using Jamaican as a language of instruction, can have a profoundly positive impact on young learners. That using Jamaican as a foundation, we can help our children develop a strong sense of self and cultural awareness, which can in turn facilitate their transition in learning standard English, maths, and other more complex concepts. By embracing their mother tongue, children are empowered to grow into confident, proud, and well-rounded individuals, equipped with the skills and knowledge to succeed in all aspects of life.
I thought it was going to continue. That's a short one. So she talked about language. She talked about the leadership, right? She talked about the advocacies from leadership in support, right? In critical moments. Look what this government did to the Cubans. I'm just saying, man. Like, they have been really quiet on things like that. When everybody else was taking a stance, you know, Andrew Owens was quiet. And silence means a lot. How you doing, Dior? Big up Dior. Dennis decided him must stay in and now move. No, listen, he might go cause a uproar in Jamaica, you know. So make him continue. Make him continue. Make Andrew continue. And more exposure, and more open disgrace I can reach them. But I wanted to share that from Miss Angela Brown Burke. Now, nobody did not send me the timestamp for when she was in Parliament. Alright, so I am going to, I'm gonna go there. And we're not afraid. No. Oh. We're not afraid for the local research. Quick and fast. Is it PBC or JIS? JIS company? JIS are the official station. No. The sectorial debate live. National disaster man. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm sure I can find the uproar moment. Hey. Sure we can find the moment when the uproar go on. May put here the lady cuss bad out for the lady. Win some here.
Gather together in thy name. Do most humbly beseech
the ugly, tough
to
face
send down
girl.
thy heaven.
Diaspora becomes we reap to the urgent need to revive the national, cultural, and creative.
Yes, see that now?
For having uttered those words.
See that now?
To ensure Jamaica's compliance with international anti-money
See that now?
laundering or misrepresentation of beneficial ownership is exactly the type of activity that global watchdogs like FATF are aggressively targeting. But if that wasn't enough, we have learned as well that government has compounded this breach of good governance by appointing someone who is both unqualified and tainted with implicit bias to head the Financial Investigations Division. The very institution...
Point of order, member, point of order.
A point of order, Madam Chair.
Minister Williams, House Leader.
Madam
Time
Speaker,
is up, Madam Speaker.
the member is
House Leader.
misleading the House.
Members, point of order.
Yes, Madam Speaker, the member is misleading the House and bringing into the House a matter that is not in keeping with the sectorial debate, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker.
What's your point of order, member?
Madam Speaker, the Speaker is misleading the House, and Madam Speaker, the Speaker time has expired.
Member.
Madam Speaker?
Member?
Yes, ma'am.
There is enough information to the contrary. I would ask you to go on with your point instead of in this House.
I'm not hearing you, Madam Speaker.
Point of order. All right, a point of order. Madam Speaker, the member from West Rural made a remark just now that is unparliamentary, and I ask that you have her withdraw it and apologize for having uttered those words.
Members, as I have indicated to you before, it is very difficult for the speaker to hear what is happening on the floor. I didn't hear it. No, I didn't. I didn't.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Juliet always have selective hearing, apparently, because in a parliament she hear everything, but all of a sudden, right? And Mr. Fitzjackson don't have no reason to lie on Juliet Cuthbert. She are one of the parasite them in the parliament. You understand? She has a disgusting aura about her. Her presence is just ugh. You understand? And she is well known for real off the dirty bad with them. You hear the voice note them, she well known for real off the dirty bad with them. She has no decorum. You understand? She has no respect for the house. When she want to go on bad, she just go on bad. This is a disgrace. This entire government is a disgrace. All of this government, the whole JLP is a disgrace. And then she come talk about say she never hear. Walk on Merle. Dear, big up yourself, and I'm seeing a baby. This was yesterday. This was yesterday. So I just wanted to show that. You know what I mean? Let me hear what them say so. If them say anything constructive, because she mute the mic at everybody. Right? A selective hearing, watch her in her phone. Disgusting. Germs. Real germs, you know?
Members, I have given the leeway to a and member, I am cautioning you as it relates to public servants that are not appointed by any member of the government, but by the Services Commission. It is inappropriate, one, to come here and put that before the public, and number two, member, no. So you can choose to finish your presentation or end right here. Because more than time has expired. More than time has expired. Listen, allow them. I am members. I'm speaking. Member, there. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear any member cursing expletives. Member, if you...
You, Juliet, hold on now, come down now.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
You know how easy it is to hear somebody curse expletives? Because it's not an area where that normally should happen. So, your ear is supposed to connect with that more than anything else. I bet say if I did Angela Brown Burke cuss one bad word, she would have ear. I bet say if I did Mark Bowling cuss one bad word, she would have ear. I bet say if I did anybody on the PNP side cuss a bad word, she would have ear. Real old hypocrite them. Fre. Back of the wall. Back of the fence. Bull and Duppy Conqueror. Terrible man.
So which to finish? Part of your statement, there is enough information provided as it relates to the qualification of individuals, and if you would like to attack the public servants who have interviewed and given the individual the job that they are now executing, I would want to caution you that is not the appropriate thing to do. I've given the leeway, please use it well to wrap up your presentation.
Madam Speaker, I would have the information to do it, but I'm not going to place that here to prove the point I'm making. What I'd like to do is to take us back to a statement of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade in a rare moment of candor in the Senate, issued a sober warning to the Senate last year, and she stated, and here I quote, "If Jamaica is blacklisted by FATF, it will be catastrophic. We will be treated like a high-risk jurisdiction. Financial institutions would sever ties. Correspondent banking could be lost. We would struggle to do international business. Our citizens would be the ones to suffer." End of quote. Madam Speaker, it is that catastrophe that we believe is a real and present danger. And it's not being caused by war or natural disaster or economic collapse. It is being caused by recklessness and arrogance, we believe, of this administration. Madam Speaker, I want to end by saying a word to our international partners, those in CARICOM, Commonwealth, the UN, FATF, multilateral lending agencies, and we say this: Jamaica has long been respected as a country of laws and of democratic traditions and of principled foreign policy. We urge you not to let any misstep or anything like that tarnish the legacy of Jamaica. We ask you to continue to hold this and every Jamaican government, including the next one to be led by the PNP, to the high standards that we have committed to under international treaties and conventions. The people of Jamaica deserve your vigilance, your engagement, and your solidarity. I also say to every patriotic Jamaican that it is not enough to be silent. The integrity of our financial system, the credibility of our institutions, the future of our people are all on the line. We will not be silent. We won't. We are calling on everyone to join us in defending Jamaica's good name.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow. That was an excellent touchdown by Angela Brown Burke. They tried to silence her, but she still got the point across. The appointment of Dennis Chung is going to jeopardize our standings in the eyes of the international community. And I'm telling you, this is going to be the second time that I know of that the JLP government has been destroying. Remember what happened with IMF? When they destroyed the relationship with IMF and Mama P had to repair it down on her bending knees. Only remember? Well, this is even worse than that. This is even worse than that, ladies and gentlemen. We are at a serious crossroads. So when you hear the PMP say it's time to mobilize and it's time to move, only just move. Listen out for Dr. Dayton Campbell, the Genset. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I have nothing more to say. Salute to Dr. Angela Brown Burke. We're moving on to the next topic. Remember to like and share, ladies and gentlemen, so the video them can go out. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be selfish now. Don't be like that. Come on, man. Stop playing with your boy, man. Anyway, people, we have some other things to look at. Alright? We have some very serious things to look at. Now, what we're going to look at, ladies and gentlemen, is in regards to the new... How you doing, Mary? How you doing, love? in regards to the new travel advisory. I did a video on the travel advisory, but today I'm going to take it a step further, because you see, the newspaper came out and had this grand article about the travel advisory, which in my opinion created an impression that was a bit misleading. Yes? Because they reference some countries. And I'm going to show you the article. And for those that are watching on Bolo VNR clips, you're going to hear me read the article. Melissa Green, how are you, love? Salute to you. This is live, love. You have to know when it's live, you know. Look at when you tap the screen. Don't you see live at the corner right there? When you tap the screen, you see live. You see when it's a premiere? When you touch the screen, you see premiere. This is a live. Alright, so please remember to hit the like button. Now, let's go to the information, ladies and gentlemen, right? Here's the article in the Observer. A powerful shift for Jamaica, says the article, right? US publication with global reach highlights travel advisory upgrade. Right? Now, as again, I already went through the travel advisory and gave y'all detail. So I just want to focus on this. The US government travel advisory upgrade on Jamaica is being hailed as a powerful shift that places the island shoulder to shoulder with some of the world's most secure destinations. The Observer was made by influential tourism industry. The observation was made by influential tourism industry online publication Travel and Tour World TTW on Monday. Jamaica joins Iceland, Japan, New Zealand, Switzerland, Portugal, Denmark, and Norway in becoming one of the safest countries to visit for any US tourists. Now, America travelers have even more reason to plan for this Caribbean destination. This isn't just another update. This is a game changer for the global travel choices, TTW said in its report on the upgrade from level 3, which advises Americans to consider travel, to level 2, which urges them to exercise increased caution. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaicans' recent upgrade in safety status marks a powerful shift with reduced travel warnings and improved tourism conditions. The island is more accessible, attractive, and welcoming than ever. An American publication which states on its website that it is regarded as the premier digital B2B integrated media platform in travel and tourism industry, reaching more than 10 million readers in all 7 continents globally. Now, I'm not going to read all this article, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can proceed. This is what I want to focus on. Jamaica joins Iceland, Japan, New Zealand, Portugal, Denmark, and Norway in becoming one of the safest countries to visit for any US tourists. People, look at your screen. This is the travel advisory for Switzerland. It is at a level 1. Exercise normal precaution. There isn't much to read here. That's all them say. Level 1 is the perfect travel advisory you should get. And they say that we are rubbing shoulder to shoulder with Switzerland. Moving on. New Zealand, same thing. There's nothing to see here. Alright? It says exercise normal precaution. New Zealand is one of the safest places. Remember, them say we are shoulder to shoulder with these people. You know? I want you to pay attention because we're going to go back to the travel advisory. You know? Alright? Portugal, same thing. Nothing to see here. So Portugal, New Zealand, Switzerland, same thing. Japan, same thing. Japan is one of the safest places according to the travel advisory for them to go. Right? Hold on, let me see if there's any more details. No, man, same thing. Exactly the same thing. Iceland, exactly level 1. Same thing. Right? Norway, same thing, ladies and gentlemen. Yes? But Denmark is a level 1. However, listen to this. Country summary. Terrorist groups continue plotting possible attacks in the Kingdom of Denmark. Terrorists can attack with little or no warning. They could target tourist spots, transport hubs, markets, shopping malls, local government facilities, hotels, clubs, restaurants, places of religious importance, parks, major sportings and cultural events, schools, airports and other public areas. Ladies and gentlemen, Denmark is at a level 1 and Jamaica is not. I don't think y'all heard what I said. Denmark is at a level 1 and Jamaica is not. Even with this summary that you're looking at on the screen, terrorist groups continue plotting possible attacks in the Kingdom of Denmark. Terrorists can attack with little or no warning. Out of all of the references made by the observer, this is the only one that has an asterisk on it. Right? This is the only one that is having some kind of summary or detail. So you mean to tell me that these countries, we are rubbing shoulder to shoulder with these countries because we went to a level 2? Well, let us remove the fallacy and the clear exaggeration by the observer and whatever that entity name, the TTW. I wonder who owns the TTW. I wonder who is funding them. I wonder who paid for this article. I'm just asking. I don't know. Because it's mighty interesting that they came out with this fluff. Because this is fluff. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Jamaica Travel Advisory that is at a level 2. Exercise increased caution. Right? That's the first thing. The summary of Jamaica details violent crimes. And I'm going to say, even with this, right? Listen to the terrorist attack that can happen anytime. But Jamaica is still behind Denmark, you know. More to focus on that, you know. Victims of crime, medical care is at a low. And they are saying that we are, listen to me, they are saying that we are shoulder to shoulder. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I don't know if somebody called in a favor, but let me tell you something. You see this level 4 specification for 12 different parishes in Jamaica tells me that we are still at a level 3. We are nowhere near a level 1. And we are not shoulder to shoulder with no Switzerland, New Zealand, no Portland, no Japan, no Iceland, no Norway, not even Denmark. We have terrorist groups can plot an attack at any time. Jamaica is not safe for the tourists than that. What that tell you? Jamaica is not better for the tourists and the travel advisory than Denmark. That is at a level 1 with a country summary of possible terrorist attack. You don't know what is terrorist attack? How bad is it in Jamaica that we cannot get a level 1 over Denmark? That has this. It tells you that the other finer details that is in the travel advisory will not allow us to go to level 1, ladies and gentlemen. When you see the US government employees are told to not go to St. Ann Parish, Steertown, Bucksfield neighborhood, it is at a level 4. All of these parishes and the areas I'm naming is at a level 4, the lowest level. So when you average it out using your common sense and the data, we are still at a level 3. We are nowhere near a level 2. I don't know who called in a favor. But this is questionable in my opinion. I am questioning the travel advisory. Right? And if I'm to go off the travel advisory, just off it alone, it is telling you, while not telling you, we have to just look and read between the lines, that we are really not at a level 2. If we're at a level 2, we barely have one toe through the door. You heard what I said? We have a toe through the door to level 2, and all we have to do, we don't have to take a step back, you know. Right? Somebody just needs to close the door. Somebody needs to close the door. St. Anne, Steertown, Bucksfield, St. Catherine Parish, Spanish Town, right? Central Village, areas within Portmore, Naggohead, Newland, Old Britain, Portmore Lane, Brechin, Clarendon. The man said the only part of Clarendon when they are level 4, the 2 highway, them, the T1 and the A2. Hanover, Laggerwood and Orange Bay. Don't go there. That's what the man then tell them US government employees. And if those spaces are not safe for the government employees, me as a citizen of America, I'm not going there. If it's not safe for them, it's not safe for me. Think about it. Read between the lines. St. James Parish, Montego Bay. Them think everybody are either. Inland side of the A1 highway, the Queens Drive, Sanson Harmony Beach. The whole of Kingston under level 4. I not even want to read all of this. Look on the screen. Cassava Piece, Duane Park, Grand Spend, Standpipe, Swallowfield, Elliston Flats, Augustown, Downtown Kingston. Defined as between Mountain View Avenue and Agley Park Road. South of Halfway Tree, All Hope Road, Downtown Kingston, including Arnett Garden, Cockburn Gardens, Denham Town, Olympic Garden, Seaview Garden, Trenchtown, Tivoli. Just can't say all that town at level 4. All that Clarendon at level 4. And it gets better, it gets worse. Manchester, Greenville, Greyhound neighborhood of Manchester, St. Thomas, Black Lane neighborhood in Seafoot, Grand Spend, Church Corner neighborhood near Yallas, Town of Yallas, except when driving through the main highway. My God. Trelawney's, Clarkstown, Westmoreland, Russia Community in Savannah, southeastern quadrant of Savannah, east of Darling Street, south of the A2 highway, Barracks Road, Morgan Bay, Kings Valley, Whitehall, Bethel Town, Red Ground, neighborhood of, listen to me, man, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 parishes is at a level 4 for the US government employees working in Jamaica. They are prohibited from traveling to these areas. They are off-limit zones. Off-limit. And the Observer had the audacity to talk about we are shoulder to shoulder with Iceland, Japan, New Zealand, Switzerland, Portland, and Denmark, and Norway. That is a bold-faced lie, and they need to be called out. Look at the summary and the victim of crime and the medical care. We are nowhere near a level 1. Stop lying to the people. We are not rubbing no shoulders with these countries. No shoulder not rubbing. We're not even in the same room. Listen to me, we're not in the same country. We are not in the same. The amount of distance those countries have ahead of us in terms of the travel advisory for the United States of America, it's ridiculous. Right? Those countries are Usain Bolt on steroids in a 100-meter race. As the gun go boop, him reach at end of the blouse and skirt line. Like him disappear and teleport from one end to the next. It was not even a race. What are they talking about? And they do these things to deceive the people. I'm calling them out. I am calling them out. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Right? I already know that connection with the Observer. But they still need to be called out. Lilith, how you doing? I had to show this. I saw it and I said, wait a minute. No. Ain't no way. The man them really never does do that. Right? So we have to call out the nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. We have to call out the nonsense. We have to do the tangible work to make Jamaica the place where everybody can come and feel safe, right? And have a real level 1 experience. We're not going to do this. We're not going to use this fluff, right? We're not going to do this. No, we are not. And you know, there's this young lady that has this message for the people. Yes? And I have to echo her message and echo her voice because she's so on point with it. Yes? Let me refresh this. Let me refresh this. For the people that thought, that bought the idea that they were selling, that we are in a great place. Listen to this young lady right here, because trust me, sad. It's sad, you know? It's sad, Bridget. Very, very sad.
It's so sad that Jamaicans are so accustomed to poor leadership that when intelligent, sensible people hold the current government accountable or speak out about the injustice of the current government, boy, let me be respectful. I don't want to call y'all idiots, but it just seems so stupid to me that you're going to defend poor leadership. Like, do you not have standards? Do you not have children? Current government. Boy, let me be respectful. I don't want to call y'all idiots, but it just seems so stupid to me that you're so sad that Jamaicans are so accustomed to poor leadership that when intelligent, sensible people hold the current government accountable or speak out about the injustice of the current government, boy, let me be respectful. I don't want to call y'all idiots, but it just seems so stupid to me that you're going to defend poor leadership. Like, do you not have standards? Do you not have children? Do you not want a better future for them? Because that's what you're telling me. The fact that you're content with this hogwash leadership tells me that not only do you not love yourselves, you don't even love your kids to want to give them a better future. And for those of you saying that the government is doing such a good job, give specifics and stop talking claptrap on people's pages. Because you're just saying, oh, it's good with nothing behind it, is you saying a whole lot of nothing. And furthermore, when you choose to be a leader, you choose to be in a position where you are held accountable. Just like if you are a parent, you chose to have kids, so you chose that responsibility and you chose to be in a position where you can be held accountable if you are not taking care of those responsibilities. So as a parent, you're not minding your child. That's why you can be taken to court for maintenance. That's why kids have rights, so that parents can do right by them, and if they are not, they can be held accountable by the law. And it's the same with the government. Just like our parents choose to have kids, the PM himself chose to be a leader.
Boy, that is so refreshing, man. Ain't the truth refreshing, y'all? Ain't it? So refreshing. So, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. We're moving on to the next topic. Alright? Fitzroy Nugget, big up yourself. Nugent. Sorry, I said Nugget. What the hell? I'm hungry. I said Nugget. Woo! I said Nugget. Lord have mercy. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play another clip from the young lady because it's going to tie into what I'm about to talk about right now. Because you see, we have been told, you know, I remember to hit the like button coming through the door. We have been told, ladies and gentlemen, that yes, things are amazing. Jamaica is is at its best position it has been. And big up Dan Strong. All right, I see you. Thank you so much. All right, the economy is doing well, and Jamaica is doing well, and poverty is going down, and all of these things. The picture that they're painting is that, yo, listen, man, we are in a great space, man. Just hold the faith, and choose Jamaica. Lord have mercy. Anyway, Jack Vessel, big up yourself. Let's listen what this young lady has to say, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm gonna go into the article.
In the hands of the oppressor is the minds of the oppressed. The powerful use education as a tool to keep the people enslaved mentally, as Bob Marley highlighted. Look at Jamaica's educational curriculum. It's still pushing a colonial agenda. We teach kids about people like Christopher Columbus. Why are we teaching them about their colonizers and giving these colonizers special shout out by mentioning the name? All that's doing is immortalizing murderers. All our kids need to know is, hey, some Europeans, they came here and they invaded our lands. We don't need to teach about them by name. The people who we need to be teaching about by name and ensuring that our kids don't forget the names of these people are Caribbean people who have contributed to society in such a way that it inspires our youths. People like the Derek Walcotts, St. Lucian poet who won a Nobel Prize for Literature in '92. Mary Seacole, Jamaican nurse who was celebrated for her efforts during the Crimean War. What was so special about Mary is that she ventured onto the battlefields during gunfire and she would heal wounded soldiers from both sides. These are the people we need to be paying special recognition to, or history curriculum, instead of focusing predominantly on slavery as if that's all we have to show for our past. Education is meant to be empowering. Teaching about slavery predominantly, how is that empowering people? All that's doing is deeply entrenching in the subconsciousness of our kids this idea of inferiority, this idea that it's okay to have your precious time and energy exploited to build the wealth of others. And stop teaching kids that they're descendants of slaves. We're descendants of stolen Africans who are free men and women in their countries. Also, look at our rules. I remember going to a school that said you can only let your hair out if it's straight. How many Jamaicans have straight hair? Like, the minority do. The minority who are of European and Asian descent. The rest of us have to chemically alter our hairs in order for it to be straight. So to tell us your black hair is unkempt and unprofessional is also to tell us that your blackness is not good enough, and to push this Eurocentric view of beauty onto our people and then tell them, oh, you're emancipated. Make it make sense. Biko also goes on to say to us that, listen, the basic tenet of black consciousness is that the black man rejects all value system that seeks to make the black man a foreigner in the country of his birth and to reduce his basic human dignity. For education to be truly empowering, we need to erase all traces of Eurocentrism and ideas that have a oppressive colonial undertone.
I agree with everything she said. Every single word. Ain't that something? Our hair is a problem. So Rastas was vilified. It's not clean. It's not professional, right? But we are liberated. We are emancipated. Y'all better wake the hell up, man. I'm trying to tell you. They talk about inclusiveness, but the only inclusiveness they talking about is for a certain community. They're not trying to be inclusive of our of our culture or our norms and how we look. They try to demonize everything about us. But the real issue here, ladies and gentlemen, that I wanted to touch on is the education aspect. Because see, if you're not educated, and you don't know how to read, not a fault of your own because the system failed you. Well, they put things like this in the newspaper, all right? And For those that don't watch the news and don't understand what is going on, remember they told us that we are doing great and the economy is what's the word they used? A strong economy that can stand the what's going on, Yankee Bless? That can stand up to shocks and everything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica Broilers expansion dreams turned sour as U.S. operations bleed cash. I said U.S. operations bleed cash. Jamaica Broilers Limited shares tumbled over 4% on Tuesday, wiping out $1.5 billion. US 9.4, Lord mercy, US 9.4 million in market value as investors react to the latest update on its USA operations. Now, this is the USA operations, but don't you think that this is going to directly affect us here in Jamaica, where this company is operating? And these companies have also faced losses here in Jamaica as well. So it's a double whammy effect. Just imagine what's going to be the domino effect of this. Right? It says here that JBG had informed the market in late March through its third quarter, November to January report, that corporate management had identified a number of issues relating to expense management and operational controls at its USA operation. Those issues resulted in the company's QR report being delayed by over 2 weeks before it was published on March 27th. That report revealed that the group reported a consolidated net loss of $1.5 billion for quarter 3, compared to a consolidated net profit of $1.3 billion in the prior period. So they almost lost the same amount of money they gained in the previous period prior. That drop in profit was largely influenced by the US operation, which had a net loss of US 13 million, which is 2.5 billion Jamaican. The US net loss was influenced by a variety of factors, such as invoices not being accounted for, correctly in prior report period, significant weather events in southern belt of the United States, and a drop in chicken prices from the US 1.8 pound to as low as US 1.15 per pound. Sorry. So it was $1.8 per pound, and now we're gone to 1.15. Yeah, that's a lot. Those senses add up, boy. Woo! Lord of mercy. That's 70. That's what? 65 cents. A 65-cent drop. Sheesh. 65 cents. Lord have mercy. External adversary were brought in to review the operation control and possible implication. These would have on the financial performance of the U.S. operation. All JBG subsidiary located outside of Jamaica are externally audited by non-Price Waterhouse Coopers, PwC. Damn, that's a weird one. Based on what Jamaica Broilers Corporation management team from Jamaica discovered with the U.S. operation, the entire U.S. management team was separated in January. This included Stephen Levi, president of the U.S. operations, and Sid Amog, vice president of the U.S. operations, WinCorp International Inc., who both resigned from JBG's board of directors on May 3rd. Levi resigned from the company after spending 22 years at the business, while Mogg retired after 33 years with the business. JBG Group President and Chief Executive Officer CEO Christopher Levi is currently overseeing the U.S. operations. Stephen Levi is the brother of Christopher and son of JBJ chairman Robert E. Levi. Having received preliminary and not yet finalized reports from its external advisor and having assessed the financial performance of the U.S. operation, the company wishes to disclose the following material information in keeping with the JCE rules Appendix 8, which it believes could have significant implications for the financial statements of the company, namely unsubstantiated accounting valuation methodologies affecting several financial statement lines items including inventories and biological assets, stated the JBJ disclosure posted on Monday. Now, you heard what they said about unsubstantiated account valuations methodologies. When the Auditor General goes and do her audits and there is too much unaccounted for money, no receipts, no proper methodology in valuation and validating accounting, that is a problem for businesses. It's a severe problem. And when you have a country running and so many different areas of government, you know, local and otherwise, you know, cannot account for the monies, it is a severe problem, ladies and gentlemen. It says biological affairs refers to animals owned by the company and used to generate revenue for business. According to the group, Jamaica Brawler's biological assets include beef cattle, breeder flocks held for production of hatching eggs, layer pullets being grown for sale to table egg farmers, layers, pullets held for production of table eggs, broilers, flocks, and various stages of growth. These biological assets are measured using different methodologies which are affecting the stage of growth of these animals. Man, let me see. He says blah blah blah. The issues identified appear to constitute material prior period errors and will, once determined and finalized, be fully corrected following the conclusion of the annual financial audit. Audit. You see where the problem lies? Audit. Alright. This is the skullduggery one, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me. So, them now do well. Mr. JBJ shares price closed Tuesday at 27.24, which left down to 20. You guys can go read the rest of that. Alright? Made my point where that is concerned. Now, I was going over when I breeze past Isaac Buchanan page. Let me refresh this. And the problems are mighty God of Daniel Awagwan. What could have caused all of this? Oh sir. But it's not safe. After I have the thing queue up, it's not safe at all. Only give me a second there, people. A good thing say, me know how to find the history of my YouTube. Hey. Way. So I'm gonna see it. Come on, man. Start. Alright, never mind. I know what to do. I know what to do. Where's my phone? Let me play this one first. So I want to refresh this. Ah man, it did the same thing again. Portland News it depends still. You know exactly how to find it. Portland News. Portland News. Yeah man. Sure. Come off of my screen or something. Yo, what is man? Me done signing already, brother. I don't need for you to do this. And it don't work. Oh, it work now? Okay. I was about to curse this goddamn thing out. Alright, there we go. Thank you. Have a good day. Sheesh. Anyway. The video now. See, this is the bad thing now, you know. Oh, man. I left that alone here, man. People, I wanted to share some things that's happening in Portland that kind of ties into some of the challenges we're having. You know, they say everything is gravy, but it really isn't. But they say we just want to focus on the negatives. But that's what Andrew Holness did when he was in opposition. He pointed out all the negative things that was going on with the PNP. But now it's his turn. The negatives then pile up and he caused the people in bad mind. What can go so? What can go so? Anyway, let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Alright? Alright. Anybody want to call in? The number is 1-876-451-6535. Anybody want to call in about the topics that we just mentioned? Stuff that we just talked about. What happened in Parliament. But I love to hear from Dior TV. The people them on Bolo VNR clips, come over to Bolo VNR 2.0. See you later. Yeah, but I love to hear from Dior TV. Dior, they work. What is your take on this whole debacle? And guys, remember to follow me on all of my platforms. Get me up to 1,000 subs on Bolo TBV. Get me up to 5,000 subs on Bolo VNR clips, and get me up to 3,000 subs on Bolo VNR, and get me up to 25,000 subs on Bolo VNR 2.0. Alright, see what I go on in nice space. See what I go on in nice space. What about thing I go on, you know? Thank you so much for the continued support, ladies and gentlemen. We said, talk your mind, burn out. Talk your mind, burn out. Them people last night, I said, man. Yo! I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. We choose Jamaica.
Violent.
Our general, I said, let me see this. Oh, yeah, at work? Okay, sweetie. Bless up a nice clean self. I remember later, ladies, 6:30. I made a mistake yesterday about this thing, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna go live on it, you know. So make sure y'all in the building. Make sure y'all in the building at 6:30. All right. Yeah, I appreciate that. Let me hear what the general have to say. You understand? Mystic Sensation, rub them out. Hey!
Reality check, man. Family, your device, you know, it's a unique one, aromatic, realistic TV. Anyway, today, my viewers and subscribers, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the man of the art, you know, the man thief taxpayers' money, you know.
Yeah.
And the man they try to push Dennis Strong in a position where Dennis Strong not qualify, you know.
Mighty God.
Just to cover up the Prime Minister criminality, you know. The Prime Minister, they take a man off of the street while he's just an accountant. They put him in a critical job, a sensitive job.
Right.
That all critical information, both locally and internationally. And the man is telling the citizen of Jamaica to go out there and take the street to in a confrontation with peaceful protester. I have 2 footage here that I want to present to you. One with Mark Golding, party leader and president of the People's National Party, and one with Andrew Holness, prime minister and leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. Andrew Holness is inciting violence on the Jamaican people, and Mark Golding on the other side is say we are holding you accountable. Andrew Holness urged the Jamaica Labour Party supporters.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
The protest. The peaceful Jamaican citizen.
It's Sadie.
He told them in every marketplace, uno workplace or wherever,
sad.
Uno must protest against the peaceful Jamaican citizen.
Terrible.
Who is holding him accountable for his criminality. And because he want to save himself, him take Dennis Chung and they put Dennis Chung in this position where the man not qualify.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I am talking to law enforcement. I am talking especially to the police officers of Jamaica.
Yeah.
Me feel the phone, you know. Because no for no career man, you know. While no mother work for the JCF, you know. And no father work for the JCF, you know. Uno grandfather and now uno in the work. And Andrew Holness looking on our face one more time and telling us, say, in spite of all that uno do, when we they run away from the bad man them, uno they run in a bullet. And uno we run come to when we no feel safe and we life feel threatened. Uno out the hours and night, they patrol the road when Andrew Holness and the whole of the we bed they sleep.
Asleep, yeah.
And a position is up for grab. And Andrew Holness looking on our face again and telling you, senior officers say uno no qualify and take up accountants from half of the street and put at the head of the FID.
You know what say? Me love the angle here where Aromatic take. Wanna think about that? Look how much qualified persons out there with law enforcement experience. And the man Andrew Holness government skip past them people and put in cyclist friend in the FID. Take where the qualifications of 12 years. I said it before now. If they did put it and minimize it to an 8-year experience, would I understand? Say there isn't enough law enforcement persons out there with a 12-year experience, and then carry them to 8 years. Just to still get somebody with enough experience that will be qualified for the job. But the man then remove the 12-year experience and tell all of the people that have that experience there, so they can go kick rocks. I'm gonna put in my boy Dennis Chung. What a embarrassing, bare-face, nepotism and cronyism are going in Jamaica. Borderline corruption are going in Jamaica. In these high-level institutions attached to the government. And the FIDs in the office of the Prime Minister. Boy, I may tell you, hey, officers, all the field. You see the officer them cause they want raise up pay because crime down, and this is the perfect time. Me still ask if crime even really down, you know. But let us go with that. Crime is down. Even if crime never down still, you know. I've always maintained that the police them should get more pay. You understand what I say? I always maintain that. Yeah, because you have good police out there, they put their life on the line and they do their job and they not violate people's constitutional rights and human rights. Yes, them act professionally and do them job professionally. So those police officers I am always advocated for, and them overtime money them forget it. Can you imagine? Remember Andrew Holness said to the police them, you know, said to Jamaica, well, if you want good governance, if you want quality governance from the politicians, you need to pay them more money. And ladies and gentlemen, we have been paying them more money and the standards have dropped. There's no accountability. There's no transparency. There's no integrity. No moral compass. None of that. These institutions are absolutely eroded of all of those qualities. We have a government that has not, none of them in the government has signed the code of conduct. None of them. We have a government that is hiding the sex offender registry list. Because it is alleged that some of them friend and come below a touch up Pitney. Huh? Look at the situation with the teacher. It hasn't been confirmed yet whether or not that former JLP member is a sexual or physical assault of the little boy. But the little boy, it is said, went to report to the police. Now, can you imagine a little young man, a little baby, going to the police to report something? How bad can that be? I want you to use your active imagination. In a Jamaica, a little young man and his parents them had to go to the police. The police, you know, to report somebody in high levels of education within the school, you know. I believe. Let me find the story. Hold on. Let me find the story. And the story stink all over the internet. Hold on. Because I don't want to misquote. Don't want to misquote anything. I'm sure I heard it on Partner Jaw TV last night. You understand? And Dre Bryan, I don't know if Dre Bryan posted it on his TikTok separate. Let me find Dre Bryan first. Dre Bryan. Let me see. Lord have mercy. Come on, man. Stop. Let's go. Thank you. Alright. Oh, here we go.
Jamaica, former councillor for the Ensom City Division and the councillor who ran under the Jamaica Labour Party ticket for the Angels Division has just been charged. Jamaica, it was just brought to my attention that the principal, Mr. Moody, who principal a school at the Grateful Hill Primary in Kerencia Morrison's constituency, has just been charged. Not sure if it's physical or sexual, but apparently a 10-year-old.
So him are the principal, and he's a 10-year-old. Imagine a 10-year-old having to go to report to the police about some type of thing. I know he's being charged. Imagine that in a Jamaica, you don't really hear stories of you know, people really going to the police station and reporting certain things. This is very, very serious. You can see the man on the screen there. Apparently that is him. And he resides in Babsy Grange area. And that lady right there. Yeah, that constituency there we run. Apparently. Let me listen.
Old little boy made complaints to the police in Glengough, and he has been charged. He's supposed to appear at the Linstead Court on June 18th, 2025 at 10 a.m. Breaking news, Jamaica. He currently resides in Babsy Grange's constituency in the Eltham Acres, Spanish Town area. Former councillor for the Eltham City Division and councillor running under the Jamaica Labour Party ticket for the Angels Division, Mr. George Moody, has been charged. More to come, Jamaica. Stay tuned. Where is Nationwide News Network? How them now run with this? Breaking news, Jamaica.
They've not run with this, man. They've not run with this. So there you have it. This is what is happening in our country. More things to come, ladies and gentlemen. The open disgrace on the JLP and his associate. Look at what happened with with Lawrence Rowe. As soon as the JLP and Nationwide hug him up. You remember when Nationwide did say he was defending himself in the video? You remember that? And now he's being charged. Open disgrace. Everything that they associate themselves with. Open disgrace, ladies and gentlemen. This is God at work. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I am going to play the clip with Andrew Holness. And then we will follow up with Mark Golding. And then we will continue to dissect. Take it away.
I pray to God to give me the energy we need to keep Jamaica and our people firm and strong. Now, I hear that they are going to have protests for manufactured rage and crises that don't exist. Well, I want every Labourite to protest against this hypocrisy tomorrow.
I want every Labourite to protest against this hypocrisy tomorrow. Andrew Holness, thief taxpayers' money, you know. Labourite, you remember this, you know. When Andrew Holness the thief, you know, you don't know about it, you know. So now Andrew Holness thief and get caught. Andrew Holness the send you out there to go defend him criminality. That's it, you know. Him a get to no involved in a something no one no involved in a Labourite. Him got thief taxpayers' money, you know, and get himself in a trouble, you know, and they try to put Dennis Strong did to clear him, you know, and now him a involved in it, you know, we go take on the street, you know, and war out there, you know, with the fellow countryman, you know. You don't understand why I go on Labourite. Andrew Holness problem, you don't make him go solve him problem. When him and him big.
People want to make sure so they go sub up to Aromatic TV. I go leave it right there, so I have a premiere coming up in the next hour or so. I don't remember, but I am encouraging you guys to watch this premiere, and here's the reason why. You see the bombshell that Mystic Sensation dropped the last night. I don't know if you guys watched that video. If you have not, I'm gonna drop the link to it. Man, hello, y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna drop the link to it in the comments in the comment section right now. I'm ending this live stream, so I'm encouraging all of you that's watching me right now. Go ahead and watch that video. All right, see, that's the link. I'm spamming the link. Click that link and go watch that video right now. All right, because you're gonna understand why it is important to watch this, because the premiere that I'm going to premiere at, let me see what time that video coming out. The next video is coming out 3 p.m. 1.5 hour, 1 hour 25 minutes from now. The video that I'm going to be premiering at 3 p.m. ladies and gentlemen, who remember, you have Horace Chang, Will Rattigan, and Andrew Holness on the thumbnail. People, watch the video that I just dropped the link to in the comment section. Watch this video. I'm dropping it again. Looking at the comment section, the live chat. Look at it. See it there. Go and watch that video. And you're gonna hear Will Rattigan mention the video that he did months ago. So I did a reaction to that video. So I reposted the video. And I want you guys to watch that video first. And then at 3 p.m. check out the premiere. Alright? It is all going to tie in. And you're going to see the clear picture of who we are dealing with when it comes to the institutions here in Jamaica. They talk a good game, you know, when they tell us that they're serious about this and serious about that. But their action says what they're really serious about. And the only thing that this government is serious about is the many skullduggeries that has been going on. Sassy, I'm about to end the live. Salute to you, my darling. I just dropped the link to the video a while ago. I'm telling y'all to go watch this video. And then, when you watch that video, watch the 3 p.m. premiere. And trust me, it'll all make sense. I want y'all to go storm up the comment section. Get this video up to 1,000 likes. And see you on the next one. Y'all have a wonderful evening. See you at 6:30 p.m. I'll be live again, alright? For sure. 6:30 p.m. For sure I'll be live again. Unless something else comes up. Hey, see y'all later.